Gimmicks versus reality. We've seen a lot of gimmicks in the last year, especially come back to WWE with Maximum Male Models, Mansois, and Marseille.
They're my favorite.
And all of that. Hunter likes them more, or at least from my perspective, and I would say fair enough to say I would think from yours, a reality-based product.
100%.
Do you think we'll see less larger than life over the top gimmicks, or obviously still have a time and a place for the variety show?
I think you'll still have a time and a place, and I think Hunter will be conscious of that. Look, he knows it has to be a variety show. He knows everybody. If everybody's a badass, nobody's a badass. He's not, like I said earlier, he didn't get to where he is because he ain't smart. He knows what to do, and we're watching him do it at rapid pace. You know what I mean? In real time. Like every time you watch under his new thing, you like it a little more. And it's crazy, but it's true. And you see that all across social media, like, oh my Lord, Hunter's the savior, you know, whatever. But he's good at it, man. But to say, you know, Vince brought it to here, how can you critique that? Like, how can you say anything negative about the accomplishment that man has done and has seen? Because you mentioned it, dude. He was a promoter, like Evel Knievel, Snake River Canyon. Like, he was doing that kind of stuff. And then he bought this from his old man, got involved, and now look where we're at. Holy mackerel, man. To critique that man is just to be looking to critique somebody. You know what I mean? I can find some faults in everybody, but why not sing their praises about their accomplishments, you know?
Promo styles. Vince liked, or at least as an outsider, we've always heard word for word, and you talked about him using specific words, and my experience of dealing with many talent being told to say things a specific way, or you knew when you listened to a promo that that's a Vince line and he wanted it that way. Hunter always been a little bit looser, talking about being a talent himself, more bullet point based.
Hey, but so I'll say this, working closely with him at, I forget which WrestleMania it was. Him and Sting, that WrestleMania, like during the build up to that, he was writing his promos out and cut them to me a lot. And I would say, hey, say this here, say that there. You know what I mean? Because you get inside your bubble. And so he was one that was very good about saying, hey, come in here for a second. And I would go in there and it'd just be me and him. And he'd go, I just want you to hear this promo. And then he would cut the promo to me, like right to my face, you know? And it's kind of weird, but it makes a ton of sense because a lot of people just go off in their corner and memorize their promo. He would say it out loud so he could hear it out loud. So he could then say, oh man, that doesn't sound right. Or get a suggestion for me to be a sounding board. And so it made me think, okay, he's taking a little lesson out of Vince's book here and writing his promos out, but he was very open to veering off the script, if you would, and so he would write out stuff and then say he wouldn't say it verbatim, but he'd say the same stuff. You know what I mean? So when it comes to writing for other talent, I have seen him write specific promos for some talent, and I've seen him let talent do what they do. And I think that's on with Vince as well. And I probably learned this from Vince. That's on trust in the talent. Like, you've got to trust that this guy can do what you're asking of him, and he can accomplish that mission and do it in a professional manner. If you don't have that trust, you're going to write some more words for that guy and say, please say it like this, because I don't know if you can do it well if I don't give you the words. And that sounds hateful and mean-spirited, but there's a lot of guys that can't cut a great promo. And if they can't cut a great promo, then you need to script one for them that works to their strengths and not their weaknesses, you know. And look, he's smart. He's already figured it out. I keep acting like, oh, he's gonna find his way. He knows the way, and we get to watch it and enjoy.
We're back with some fan questions, so let's get right into it. Robert Hughes at Robert Knight _ asks, do you think Triple H will be open to allowing real-life friendships to transfer to TV, similar to how he and Shawn formed DX?
Yeah, look, that's a great question, and I think the answer is yes, he will be. And I think it's a common sense kind of thing. Actually, look, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and I mention them a lot because I love them both to death. But their friendship was brought up a lot in the show. When you have a certain rapport with a person, like, your chemistry is always there and always on point because you're real friends with the person, or you're real brothers with the person, or whatever. And so, yeah, I think it's a no-brainer to utilize real relationships in your storyline. But the problem when you get there is, especially if it's relationships, romantic relationships, is people get married. People, don't want to be, or what? Maybe you get married on TV and then you're not married, and so that's like, oh, people poo-poo on that. So yeah, I don't know what we were talking about, but I don't want to tell you to hit the ball.
I'm going to bring up some more of these friendship things with the expected and rumored return of Sasha Banks and potentially Naomi.
Yeah.
With Sasha potentially returning, how quick before we see a return of a friendship of Sasha and Bailey, and then see Sasha turn on Bailey?
Bailey. Well, look, hopefully we won't see that. Hopefully they will come back though and face whoever wins this tournament they're having for the women's tag titles up there. Because look, they technically never lost them, right? So I think there's this built-in storyline for whoever wins this tournament to have Sasha and Naomi come out right then and be like, congratulations, but don't get too comfortable. You know what I mean?
Zol Lopez is wondering, could you possibly give us some insight on what the ear feeds from production might sound like from VKM compared to Mr. Levesque? We kind of answered that.
We touched on it a little bit, but look, it's in a frantic moment, you will get cussed by both of them, and you'll get cussed by me too, and you'll get cussed by.
It's live, pal.
It's live TV, man, and so crap happens, and you get caught up, and I learned that too.
I'll do it live.
Yeah, and
is that the Bill O'Reilly rant from back in the day?
Yeah, that was great. F it. Okay, Bill. But yeah, I think you're going to see more of the same. And you'll get cussed by.
It's live, pal.
It's live TV, man, and so crap happens, and you get caught up, and I learned that too.
I'll do it live.
Yeah, and
is that the Bill O'Reilly rant from back in the day?
Yeah, that was great. F it. Okay, Bill. But yeah, I think you're going to see more of the same. And you'll get cussed by.
It's live, pal.
It's live TV, man, and so crap happens, and you get caught up, and I learned that too.
I'll do it live.
Yeah, and
is that the Bill O'Reilly rant from back in the day?
Yeah, that was great. F it. Okay, Bill. But yeah, I think you're going to see more of the same. And you'll get cussed by.
It's live, pal.
It's live TV, man, and so crap happens, and you get caught up, and I learned that too.
I'll do it live.
Yeah, and
is that the Bill O'Reilly rant from back in the day?
Yeah, that was great. F it. Okay, Bill. But yeah, I think you're going to see more of the same.